Hi, we are ready to go. Hello, it's been a bit. By that I mean, what was it, Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday when I last streamed. But hi, welcome. We're gonna continue Pikmin today. Pikmin 2 is gonna be our normal Monday game, but again, last week I did something special because Pride Month, so we're moving Pikmin back to Monday for the sole reason of I want to give myself opportunities to do long streams because I don't know how long this game is going to take, and I want to get it done by August. And we have 4 weeks, so if the game takes more than 4 weeks, we will be in trouble, but we'll be fine. Hi GB, hi Zon. I hope everyone's doing well today. I've been having an interesting day, and I don't think I can elaborate on why my day is interesting. But yeah, it hasn't... I woke up in a really bad state. I had really bad dreams last night, like literally like protagonist of a Resident Evil kind of dreams. And that was just kind of the whole theme of my dreams. So I just woke up in a really bad headspace, but I got chatting a bit. And that perked me up a bit, mood-wise. So yeah, I'm feeling a little better than when I woke up, so... Still not like completely 100%, but decent enough to be able to actually try to get through this game. Speaking of getting through this game, we should get started. There we go. Alrighty then. So, last time we streamed, we got through a decent chunk of the Awakening Wood, so we're gonna try to finish that up and then also move on to the Perplexing Pool. There's a very high likelihood that we are going to get to that part of the game today, so that's going to be very interesting. This could be a very cursed stream. There's a reason I titled this stream Too Many Resets Edition, because I think I'm gonna end up resetting like a lot of the caverns we're dealing with today. But hello, welcome everybody. I hope everyone's having an okay Monday. It is Monday, right? I had a brief moment of like, what day is it? Yeah, it should be Monday if I am not completely spacing out. So, we have some interesting things to do today. First of all, we have one more above ground treasure here, and then we'll be good to go. I would actually like to have a few more Pikmin though, blue Pikmin specifically. I would actually like to get close to 100 blue Pikmin, for reasons that will be obvious if you've already played the game, but if you have not played the game, we need a lot of blue Pikmin for something coming up before too long. Nope, don't take it to that one. I said blue Pikmin. Actually, it's fine, but I also need them to like max out the field numbers, so that is why I'm like a little bit concerned, because I do want 40 blue Pikmin on the field, so now that that's done, they can go ham. Like, I don't care where these take the pellets, and actually we could use some more red and yellow Pikmin. I actually made pretty decent progress, and a part of me is surprised by how much progress I made last time, but also, I did stream for 4 hours last week. So, yeah, there's a reason why we got a lot of stuff done last week. So kind of like a mixed feeling a little bit, where it's like on one hand, we did really good. On the other hand, I also brute forced an extraordinarily long stream, and that's why we got as far as we did, because our first, like, 45 minutes was kind of cursed, so we ended up making up the time. But hopefully we can do everything I want to do in about a 3-hour stream, which is basically finishing up this area and one other, which will actually essentially take us to the halfway point, in essence, but not quite. The ratio of time is really weird in this game, and I think this is why this game is so, like, divisive, is because a lot of time is spent in underground areas, to the point where I had a shower thought earlier, that this is basically the Sonic Unleashed to Pikmin, where it's like, the second gameplay style just doesn't hit for people, in some cases, and that I think is why the game is as divisive as it is. Again, the most specific shower thought. Okay, come on. There we go. I'm trying to lure it to the ground so I can actually fight it properly. Because I don't really like fighting Wally Hops with blue Pikmin, for obvious reasons. A lot of Pikmin 1 bad memories. But yeah, I would greatly prefer to fight them with the purple Pikmin if I can help it. So we're gonna try to lure the Wally Hops out of the water if necessary, if possible. There's another one over there, we'll do the same thing in a bit. But also we have a problem here, we actually can't do anything. Because we just have to wait for this bridge to finish. There's our final treasure, by the way. It's a little badminton thingy. I forgot what this is called. Like birdie or something. I guess when there's some sport where like the main thing has like a really unfortunate name, but I can't remember what sport that is. But yeah, here's our introduction to scale puzzles. We have 2 scales. Wait, no, this isn't our introduction. We've done 2 already. My bad. We did 1 in the Awakening Wood to get to the dice up on the other area. By the way, this is where these Snagrets were in Pikmin 2, except this area is a little bit more like... There's like this little land bridge here, instead of it being like... I don't know, it feels weird. Like, this is the Forest of Hope, but it just feels all wibbly-wobbly in a way I don't really like, in terms of being able to actually, like, remember where things would correspond. This should be the area, up there should be the area the Snagrets were in. Just the land has changed. Hi Palcid, welcome on in, hope you're doing well. So that's a very cute emote, by the way, I really do appreciate Riku. I need to play Xenoblade 3 again, but I'm also playing it for this marathon. But again, since I'm going in order, it's gonna be a solid, like, couple years minimum before I can get to Xenoblade 3, unfortunately. Because that's the game that's gonna close out this series, spoilers. Because if we're going in chronological order, that is a recent game. And this is a game from 2004, so this retrospective is gonna take a bit. Neat. So they're trying to get the pellet under the bridge. It actually works out because it keeps them all centered on that section. So now we can actually get our act in gear here a little bit because we need to wait for the bridge, but also we can actually work on getting the treasure. So one thing is you can actually pull off the white Pikmin. I think I rescued them all. We can actually pull off the white Pikmin at this point and actually just have them destroy the poison generators and then just have all the Pikmin work on it. Like, that would probably be more efficient, to be fair. But hey, I'm not smart sometimes. I make interesting decisions. So we tossed 21 on that scale by accident. That was actually the perfect number. Because we need to basically have more on that side so we can weigh this down. Also, this might be a low-key stream. I also slept really bad last night. By that I mean I went to bed stupid late. Wow, okay. Y'all are having a time down there. Oh, they're gonna walk through the poison, aren't they? I love Pikmin AI. It is not problematic whatsoever and doesn't give me mild panic attacks every so often from them trying to like dart into like danger all of a sudden. Okay, so that's done. We can actually have the blue Pikmin start growing numbers. I think because of where these are located, they'll end up going the long way around, which I think is good. Because we didn't run into any like sheer grubs or anything, so we're fine. We're gonna leave this stuff though, because there should be a lot of enemies over here. We also have our final dungeon, or cave. I always call them dungeons for some reason, I don't know why. We probably don't even need to fight this Snagret, to be honest. The white Pikmin probably would be able to carry the treasure fast enough that we wouldn't have to worry about it. But I want to be on the safe side. This is a deathless run, by the way. As a reminder, I'm trying to get through this game without losing a single Pikmin, which is a a lot of work, actually. It is not an easy task. Again, in some ways Pikmin 2 actually isn't that bad because there's so many, like, opportunities to, like, autosave. So that actually makes it a little bit easier in some respects, but harder from the perspective of Pikmin 2. It's just a brutal-ass game that just wants you dead. So, mixed feelings on that. In terms of overall difficulty. We'll have them carry this part back, and then we'll have the other Pikmin carry this part back. Actually, we'll have them, like, do this one, too. The white and purple Pikmin don't have their own onion, so they'll just take it to a random one, which I actually want them to. They really want you to have disposable soldiers in favor of wealth, pretty much. Intriguing, my acoustic sensors are picking up a high-pitched wail. It seems to emanate from the area near this gigantic stump. This large root must penetrate deep beneath the planet's surface. Fascinating. So, we are gonna drop Louie here. Wow, we have already used up half this day. That is, not my favorite thing in the world. I was hoping to farm berries, but we're actually quickly running out of time. Again, 13 minutes goes by fast, so again, so much of this game is underground, because the day parts of, like, the above ground stuff is so short. So yeah, that's every above ground treasure, so all that's left is the underground. Hi Nicole, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. I say that a lot, because I do filler conversations a lot, where I'm like, I hope everyone's doing well, because I'm struggling to think of things to say, so that's a way to easily fill time. If I'm, like, allowed to call myself out real quick. So we have interesting numbers here. We do want a certain amount of blue Pikmin, for obvious reasons. We also want a yellow Pikmin group. So I'm gonna go 30... Wait, how many white Pikmin do I have? I have 20. We're gonna go 20, 20, 20, 30, 30. I think that's a good spread for our current mission. For the conversations are still conversations, true. Alright, I am kind of filled with dread a little bit. Because my plan for today all involves doing some of the most notorious parts of this game. Though there's plenty of notorious stuff left after this. Do not worry. This game, again, wants you dead. So... Again, it's very interesting that I grew up with this game. And, like, this is definitely a you had to have been there game. I talk about this concept from time to time. I feel very strongly on the subject of a you had to have been there game. Which basically is my way of saying, if you didn't grow up with this game, you probably will not like it. Because it is an acquired taste. So this game is being a game I played in my childhood and just kind of grinded out and got as good as I have. Yeah, no, most people probably wouldn't do that, like, into adulthood, because frankly, time is valuable. And yeah, I don't think it would be the best use of time to just, like, get really good at Pikmin 2 of all games, but when you are a child, and in my case also homeschooled, and have a lot of time to just play video games, you get really good at the games you own. And Pikmin 2 is one of them. Mario Sunshine's another, 1000 Year Door is another, we'll get to that soon, for sure. I don't like how this one is facing towards me. I don't approve. He's also on a slope. So I'm gonna aggro on purpose. And I'm actually gonna let it, like, go back to sleep, I think. Yeah, 1000 Year Door is, like, was one of my favorite games for the longest time. It's still, like, top 10 for me, probably top 3 for me, even. So that is definitely on the list of Fox Girls favorites that we'll be covering. Your brain does not vibe with Mario 64, absolutely. Sunshine is another one. And again, I've even said like Kirby Air Ride, I feel is one that's like, I feel like if you didn't grow up with Air Ride, it might not click because it's kind of like, well, one, the game is like $80 now because the retro game market is hell. But two, I just kind of feel like Air Ride as a game is basically just hyped up for one mode. So it does mean reception of the game is kind of lopsided in a weird way. I still like Air Ride. Again, I covered it for this series, but I do get why some people don't click with Air Ride. Like, I personally do love the game, but I also admit it's also kind of like very simple. Like, there's not much to Air Ride as a game. Alrighty, that takes care of sub-level 1. We just have to wait for the feather to arrive. Alright, we've got a marble. Crystallized telekinesis. Again, a lot of the treasure names are really cool in this game. Interestingly, one thing worth mentioning is Pikmin 2 has a big modding scene. So a lot of people do like custom treasures. It's really neat. And like custom dungeons. Again, a lot of them do nerf the purple Pikmin into the ground for obvious reasons. But yeah, it is interesting how much of a custom like level scene. And even like some have restored cut enemies. It's really cool. Alright, so this is a big example of where randomization can be a problem. This floor can either be really easy or absolutely hellish, depending on what you end up with. If you have to do a lot with blue Pikmin, it sucks, because blue Pikmin are not really equipped for fighting. But if you can get away with just using purple Pikmin, it's fine. Also, the reason we didn't take red Pikmin is there are no fire enemies, and most enemies can easily be dealt with the purple Pikmin. Again, red Pikmin technically do more damage in some respects, but typically the stun and like impact damage from the purple Pikmin is better IMO. So I tend to just opt for purple Pikmin for combat, even though red Pikmin do have benefits. Basically, a problem in every Pikmin game is balancing. There's like always going to be one type that's completely useless in every Pikmin game. So, for example, in Pikmin 3, blue Pikmin are 1, obtained really late, and 2, most things that in older games would require blue Pikmin can also be handled by the winged Pikmin. So it makes the blue Pikmin just kind of useless. Well, okay, that actually is a decent layout, because the only thing past the water section, the water trap, is the exit, which we don't need to actually take Pikmin to. So this is actually a really good floor layout. The only problem is, can we actually beat this enemy? Yeah, I'm actually playing smart this time. I like how if you stun an enemy mid-animation, it'll just be frozen in that animation, which can look very silly sometimes. Thousand Year Door is even a game where I feel like a lot of people would probably go into the remake being like, wow, it's alright. Like, Thousand Year Door is a game that communities have fought wars over, practically. I don't like exaggerating to that level, but as a Paper Mario fan, I have seen some shit. So as a result, actually no, this would make more sense. Have the white Pikmin carry the thing farther away. Sometimes enemies will drop from the sky. Yeah, the discourse around Thousand Year Door is like wild. I don't like it. As someone who loves Thousand Year Door, I really wish people could be less, like, vicious about that game. Like, again, it's my second favorite game ever, and yet there are lines that definitely get crossed a lot. And it actually turns people off of the game, too, because the discourse around it is so bad. We're gonna leave Louie over here for a quick escape. What was I talking about? Yeah, the funny part is I actually realized how much I complain about Bowser Door fans on streams to the point where during Mario and Luigi, I was kind of like, I need to like not complain about Paper Mario for a bit. And the weird part is, I complain about Paper Mario in a different way that other people complain about Paper Mario, which is I complain about like people who literally worship this game, seemingly like it's almost like a cult surrounding the game, and it's like I don't think that's healthy for any game. There's not a single game I love to that level. I don't think that's great, to be honest, even as someone who does really enjoy Thousand Year Door quite a bit. It's kind of weird tracking my like egg journey, which is partly what the series is designed to do, is to track my personal journey as well. And also just show the games that kind of shape me, essentially. Like Mario 2 obviously makes sense. Wait, is that another one? That is another one. So yeah, this was a really good floor layout. I can't complain. We had a really easy time with this. Posture check. Oh, thank you. I definitely need to think about my posture more as I'm actually VTubing. I need to actually not drift too far from the camera. The other thing I need to think about is purple Pikmin numbers. I think we're gonna be short some. So I might do another Ball Black's Kingdom run, just to make sure we have enough purple Pikmin. That might be kind of overkill. Why does the seaweed in that rice ball look like denim? Probably GameCube texturing. Like for the you know, the serious answer, but... Hey, Ryan Q, I was gonna say there are two snack rits on this floor. One has a treasure, one doesn't, and we just happen to find the one that doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah, we do need 100 purple Pikmin by the end of this game, so we do need to actually take our time to ration numbers, basically. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be a little short if I don't do another Ball Black's Kingdom run or a second run of a different dungeon later on. So I might do that just for the sake of saving myself some headache. Snack rats are very annoying enemies to fight because there's an element of randomness to them, because the way they come out of their like the way they come out of the ground kind of is how it kind of dictates how you actually fight them, because if they pop out immediately, you obviously just want to run. If they get stuck in the ground on entry, that's when you want to attack. But it's kind of just up to them if they actually want to give you a good pattern or not. This one is not. That's not going to be a one cycle, it's too slow, yeah. I didn't latch enough onto the head immediately. Again, sometimes I feel like I've played Pikmin too damn many times if I'm able to just read things like that, no prob. We'll toss the yellow Pikmin, I guess. Actually, do we need a certain number? Yeah, we have enough. I need like 40. Or I would want like 40. Again, being a deathless run, we actually don't grow many Pikmin in this playthrough. We probably won't grow many Pikmin in this playthrough because we don't need that many. The biggest individual numbers of Pikmin we actually need for this playthrough are the purple Pikmin at 100, and the yellow... well, the blue Pikmin, I think, at... I would say about 90. Beyond that, we don't need full numbers for red Pikmin at all. We don't need full numbers for yellow Pikmin either, though that would be helpful for the final boss. Like, hypothetically, you can actually beat the final boss by just getting entirely yellow Pikmin, and it's actually probably the safest way. We might end up doing that for the sake of me not losing my sanity by the end of this playthrough. I wonder if by any chance you can actually get a pattern where the snag rat's literally right where you land, because then you're kind of just screwed instantly. This is a bad place to be fighting a snag rat right by a swooping snitch bug. Can I get you over here? Okay, cool. Work smarter, not harder. Sometimes the best thing to do is to just try to play it safe. And this is definitely one of those times. Now we have 35, which means this boss should go a little faster if we actually get a good pattern. Also, I'm just gonna grab all these Pikmin over here and move them a little bit away from where it's emerging. Aha. I missed all the throws. Cool, thanks. Because we have 35 this time, we actually were able to do it, even though I definitely botched the cycle timing. Alrighty, got the hot dog there. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, the purple Pikmin don't run at the mid heights. They just don't. I thought all of them react, but I guess not. Well, I'll take it though. The meat satchel. I'm sure there's a lot of jokes that could be made about that, but I'm going to refrain. I'm going to show restraint for once in my life. That is not entirely true. I occasionally do show restraint in other instances. However, it is funny though, the juxtaposition, because I feel like I am someone who gets very cursed on other people's streams, but meanwhile on my streams I stay very mellow. I kind of feed off the atmosphere, basically. If someone's atmosphere is like more chaotic, I'm gonna double it down into that. But my personal stream vibe is more chill, I think. So it means I don't go as unhinged. But again, if I get to the point where I start having co-coms, I'm probably gonna have to tag it for language, is all I'm going to say. Because all my friends are very... yeah. Conversations would go in directions, shall we say. So there should be 3 treasures here. This is a really scary floor, because there's no ground. Meaning, if we miss a throw, a Pikmin is just getting thrown into the void, which is not great, obviously. Wonder who you could be talking about? Like, there's a lot of friends that could be, frankly. A lot of my friends are just, like, very chaotic. And I tend to be more chaotic when I'm feeding off of their energy than inherently chaotic. Or maybe I'm just, like, you know... BSing at the moment. Maybe I'm also part of the problem. The way they kind of jump around the little electricity thing stresses me the hell out, because it's like they could easily just jump off the ledge by accident. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen, but... You know, Pikmin are very, very ill-fated creatures sometimes. They make choices. Does this not have a treasure? Oh, this is a horrifying place to be fighting this. Yeah, this sucks. Playing it very safe there. I think another one falls from the ceiling? Hey, guess who has played this game too many times? Right on cue. Hi! Hello Mario, welcome on in. Alright, everyone's alive. Just this once, everybody lived. Which kind of feels like it could be the motto of Pikmin 2 as a game, is everybody lives. Cause it is quite the achievement trying to not lose Pikmin in this game. How's the Snow Fox doing? I am having an interesting day, and I don't know how much I can and should elaborate on that. But I'm currently okay, I guess. For the most part, I am alright. Rough morning, but I'm kind of turning around at this point. Ah, they're going real fast again. I don't want them to actually take any enemy bodies back for stat tracking reasons. Basically, I want a very specific Poké count, and the best way I found to do it is to not risk picking up anything. Because one of the next dungeon we're doing will put us very close to the line, and if we get just a little bit more, we'll cross that line. So yeah, again, I would like to not end up cutting a day short, just because as soon as we finish the debt, in terms of like being above ground with the debt repaid, the day will automatically end. So I want to manipulate it to be a specific number. Cupid's Grenade. This is actually a recurring item in the series. It's actually used a lot in battle mode. Should be all 3, so we're good to go. Yeah, and you can very easily chuck Pikmin off the ledge here, so I'm gonna be careful. I think we got the marble. Yeah, we did. I just didn't point it out, because I'm spacing out. I also didn't sleep well. I think I said this already. I didn't sleep the best. I got to bed late, because I was powering through editing the rest of the Mario Sunshine playthrough. I feel really good about getting that done, but also I got to bed, like, ridiculously late. So, oops. Now, on one hand, cool. On the other hand, oh, I am tired. So yeah, we will... probably not... I'm probably not going to be at top form today in terms of my ability to play this game. I'm probably gonna make a lot of weird calls and mistakes that will get Pikmin killed. Cause that is how this works. But yeah, we're actually done with yellow Pikmin entirely. We don't need them at all for the rest of this cave. I don't think, unless you want to fight the Snagret at the end with them, which I don't personally recommend. This one really likes dwarf Bulborbs falling from the sky, which is really annoying, to be honest. The most frustrating part, though, they don't spawn in until you actually have Pikmin with you. So if your thought is, what if I just go in by myself? The game has taken account for that. They will not all spawn in until you are physically in front of them, and it is really goofy. But again, Pikmin 2 just has a lot of weird choices like that. Again, I break every egg. There's an obvious joke here, but I break every egg here because I want to check if any have drops of spray. Because if I can get a free spray, that'll make my life a lot easier. I'm watching them like a hawk because I don't know if there are any other Bulborbs to worry about. Sometimes they will not aggro until you actually have a treasure with you, and that is 1, really mean, and 2, a recipe for disaster. So again, sometimes I like monitor the Pikmin. The weird part is in Pikmin 3 I actually usually have more resets than 2. The reason for that is I don't know the game as well, and I also feel like Pikmin 3 emphasizes multitasking so much that my completionist brain just immediately goes, oh, I need to beat this game as quickly as possible. Which means I try to multitask too much, I overextend, basically, and that basically results in a lot of Pikmin getting killed. So having the tools to actually play more efficiently makes me play more recklessly, and it causes me to have more issues. I'll just be looking at my counter and be like, wait, why is the number going down so fast? And I look, and like a bunch of Pikmin just got picked off by an enemy that respawned that I wasn't aware of. You have to like clear a lot of pathways for Pikmin in Pikmin 3. Pikmin 4 is very different because the enemies don't respawn, which is really weird. I kind of still don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. Also, truth be told, I don't know how many blue candy pop buds there are, and I don't know if we've done this already. When we do this, we should have all of the candy pop buds in the Picklepedia, so we don't need to worry about this. Watch me do this anyway next stream, because I already forgot. So this floor is a little dangerous. We have another, wait a minute, what? What is our numbers? I couldn't find the 20th white Pikmin for a moment. That was really weird. This is a weird floor layout. I don't like this. There's also another Snagret. If they happen to be right by the poison generator, that's really bad. If they happen to be by the water, that's really bad. Hey, guess what? So, that's reset number 1. I almost thought about making a poll or a prediction, like how many times will it reset today? And well, there's one. And again, this is the easiest. Is that true? The first one we're doing in the perplexing poll might actually be a smidge easier. Not easy, but a smidge easier, to the point where I actually don't know if I can say this is the easiest dungeon we're doing today, or easiest. Again, why do I keep calling them dungeons? They're caves. So yeah, what happened? Okay, guess who has the exact same scenario from last time to deal with? The problem with last time was, I basically was swarming to get the Pikmin around that corner, which caused me to accidentally careen them into, the Snagrit, which caused them to latch on, which caused them to be easy pickings, because they were slow. Wow, we have like no room to actually fight this. Never mind, easy pattern, cool, thanks. Thanks game, you actually are being nice for a moment. We'll see if that lasts, because knowing this game, it probably won't last. Damn, there's like nothing over here. Interesting. Again, the randomization is something they actually get rid of for Pikmin 4, so you don't have to worry about this at all in that game. Which I'm gonna be real, is kind of nice in a way, but also kind of changes the dynamic of the actual caverns considerably if you don't actually have them randomized. Oh, a stupid thought. Nope, that does not work. Sometimes the impact damage from the purple Pikmin can actually deal damage, even if it also causes them to get hit by an element. A good example is the fiery ball blacks that we saw in the perplexing pool. You can fight that with purple Pikmin just through the impact damage. Obviously, that's a very like scary and risky way to fight that, but it is possible. You know what? Instead of doing a lot of work, I should just check over here first. Yep, it is here. Cool. So I do need to do this, because we need to go through water. Oh, hi! That's not the treasure I was expecting, but hey, it works. Yeah, this one's just kind of annoying, because of, like, juggling all these elements. Hi, Aiden, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. So... 2 out of 3 are accounted for. Where is the last one? Never mind, that's... Wait, there's 4 on this floor. You have survived the workday? Hell yeah, good to hear it. So we only need blue Pikmin for 1 treasure, which is actually really nice. I approve. So we're gonna hop over here with the 26 blue Pikmin we have. Triple sugar threat. Why did I almost say just like me for real? I'm neither sugary nor a threat. So here's a fun thing that happens with Pikmin. Sometimes treasures will be kind of clipped into an area, which means they can't easily pick it up. This is one of those times. It sucks. That's a really nice little reflection there. God damn it. You know what I'm gonna have to do? This is really silly. I'm gonna have to use 1 purple Pikmin to move it just enough to get the blue Pikmin to be able to carry it. This is really goofy. But again, so the joys of Pikmin 2 sometimes. Again, I will never say or try to insinuate this game is perfect by any means, as much as I do love this game. But again, a lot of things do have easy fixes, at least. Like, that wasn't too much work to try to wrangle that. I was so scared I thought a Pikmin ran, like a purple Pikmin ran into the water or something. Oh shoot, that's bad. That will take forever. Again, purple Pikmin have a high carrying weight, but they're also ungodly slow. We'll see an example of that later. So I would prefer to not have purple Pikmin carry things back, if I don't need them to. What if, but this game has redacted? What was that in response to? Because I already forgot. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I already forgot what I was talking about. Wow, sometimes my memory scares me. This is one of those times. Because, like, what the hell was I talking about? Science project. The funny part is, there's one thing I definitely can think of that, like, is really infamous that I'm probably gonna get through, like, no problem. I hope. If we can get through this no problem, I'll be very happy. But this game likes to be a jerk. So, we'll see. So yeah, a lot of these were brand names. This game isn't perfect, but this game has... Yeah, that doesn't actually... Like, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Yeah, this game has a lot of weird quirks. Again, my biggest one was in the generally considered worst dungeon of the game. I actually disagree. I had a treasure not spawn in one time. So that was fun. So I had to do, like, one of the hardest dungeons twice. Not to actually complete it, so that was one small miracle and everything. But, yeah. It was not fun. Not a great time. At all. You'll say it later? Ah, fair. Again, if everything actually goes well, we should actually get to the most notorious dungeon in the game today. But that's a big if. We've already had to reset one time, and this is, again, the part that I was less stressed about. Alright, final floor. We should have everything. First of all, we gotta break all the eggs, as per tradition. We get nothing. Cool. Love it. And now we have a really dumb boss fight. I don't like this fight at all. So we'll see how it goes. The main problem with this boss, by the way, this is the pileated Snagret. It is a Snagret that has a leg. So it can chase you around. The problem with this fight is it just has too much health. Like, and you have to fight it multiple times. And every time it just feels like a drag. Leg Johnson. It's a very creative enemy, I'll give him that, but I just find them really obnoxious. Because again, they're just very durable. Like, the defense feels way too high given how small of a window you have to actually deal damage. And again, he's not even giving us the actual window to deal damage, which is driving me up the wall slightly. Because it's like, damn, I just want to get a move on. And he is not having a vulnerable phase. Cool. Luckily, this dungeon does have enough, like, alcoves that you can easily get away. There we go, finally. But even then, like, if we get good Pikmin latches, this will still do less than half damage. Now several Pikmin have... Oh shoot. Several Pikmin have lost their flowers, which means actually, they run slower. And they have a hard time getting away from the Snagret. Oh, he's just being generous now. We didn't really have a good attack phase just because I was caught off guard. But yeah, now that we actually do have a phase where we can't really do a whole lot, I'm gonna just re-energize these two. Like so. And then back to the fight. There we go. Hell yeah. I was actually ready for it this time. This is gonna kill for sure. Voila. 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. Very good boss fight. Other than just the really bad, you know, luck on the first couple cycles. Like 7 cycles. You've done it. That bird beast will trouble you no more. Processing, how curious. What's that impressive mechanized masterpiece? It's giving tokusatsu. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Anyway, that is the pileated snackerin. Hope we never see that again, ha ha ha. Nervously tucks collar. Anyway, this will give us a- well, I mean, the ship will explain it. Justice alloy. This is a Gundam. Berserk does not compute. A metal this dense defies the fundamental laws of physics. And yet, if I use this to rework our president's treasured spacesuit. Processing complete. Fabrication of the metal suit Z is now concluded. The suit is extremely durable. Getting gnawed or stepped on will now produce minimal pain. So basically, it's a defense boost. That's all it is. I mean, it's helpful, but it's also just kind of a fancy name for a defense boost. Again, I could really go for another bitter spray. We need a lot coming up here pretty soon. Oh, there's a purple over there. They can stay. They're not in any danger. There's also a King Candy Pop, or Queen Candy Pop Bud, which is for growing Pikmin from scratch, basically. It's like they expect you to lose Pikmin in this particular cavern, given that they just hand you resources to grow more if you lose some. There's a lot of that behavior, or that like level design ethos in Pikmin 2, and I think it is fundamentally flawed. The common example that comes up about this is Mega Man and Bass. Yes, I said that on purpose. Where there's a section where there's like a really annoying platforming section, and they put a life at the beginning of it. So what that kind of does is it just kind of bothers people, because it's like, oh, we knew this was like bullshit hard, but we're just gonna put a life in front of it and just like make it all better. And it's like, no, it doesn't make it not bad level design just because you have infinite tries at it. That's kind of what a lot of Pikmin 2's level design feels like, if I'm being blunt. Like, just kind of putting a band-aid on a bigger problem, essentially. Again, this is coming from someone who really loves this game. I will not, like, be 100% like, oh my god, this game, there's no flaws, 10 out of 10 no notes, because that's not true whatsoever. That's not true of any game, really, but this is definitely like a guilty pleasure game for me because of just how effed up certain parts of this game are. Like, certain parts of this game are like, what were they on when they designed this? Because they were on something. We got time. Okay, what is our spray count looking like over here? 0 and 0, damn. Not quite what I wanted to see. I was hoping to see like 5 out of 10 for the bitter, but it's fine. There's those pellets over there. Yeah, we got time. I might do a very quick run of the Ball Black's Kingdom. Just to get our purple Pikmin numbers up, because we're at like 65 at the moment. Probably 70 after that cavern. Or are we even that far in? I'm gonna wait for the counter to go up, so no Pikmin gets sprouted in the meantime. We're at 65, so if we get 15 more, that'll put us at 80. We might be okay without doing another run, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. But if we need to do another run, we can do it in a later cavern. We'll never see 100 red Pikmin ever again in this game, I guarantee you. Actually, no, this is... What am I doing? What I should be doing is doing this with the blue Pikmin. For the reason of, we kind of want to have all the blue Pikmin flowered. Wow, we have 100 blue Pikmin. We're doing better than I thought we were. So yeah, I actually want a lot of flower Pikmin for blues, because we have a lot of water in the perplexing pool to fight through. So yeah, just get as many flowers as we can. They're very spread out, but that's also a lot of nectar, more so than usual. Hell yeah. Very good. Oh shoot, there's all these blue Pikmin over here. Well, sucks to be them. They're very much not getting any of the benefits of this. Yeah, that's the decision I'm trying to make, is do I just do a quick run of the dungeon now, or do I try to grab the Pikmin I need later? We only have 50 yellow Pikmin, that's fine. But it's kind of like weird by comparison that we have so few. Like, we'll only need like 40 max at a time, unless we're counting the final boss. Which, like, 100 yellow Pikmin is actually a very good strategy, but... we might end up growing some more tomorrow. But again, next up is the Perplexing Pool. We are done in the Awakening Wood. Thank God, because this area, while it is, not too difficult, it is definitely a little bit, like, stressful at times. Mostly because of that last boss we just did. But hey, this is the easy part of the game. Everything else is a lot harder. So, this is where the fun begins, for me. Especially. I get to suffer through some very, very difficult things. Hopefully, Perplexing Pool will only take 2 in-game days. That's a huge if, though, because a lot can go wrong. Alrighty, another day down. But again, calm before the storm, and boy is that storm approaching. Thank you for the hydration check. I'll get right on that. We got like 10, or like 1,000. No, we got like 1,300, damn. We did good. I say as I don't remember the poker counts of... oh my god, we got a lot of blue Pikmin. Oh my god, we got a lot of blue Pikmin. I did not think we were getting that many. Some wild animals are nesting under the bridge now. They think I'm their pal or something. My stylish suits are covered in hair. I'm pitiful, but at least they're warm. Oh yeah, he's still running from debt collectors, isn't he? Alright, we only have 4 minutes before an ad start, but hey, we might as well, like, jump in. I mean, alternatively, I could have done the Picklepedia now that I think about it, but it's fine. We'll just go and get started. I didn't think that through at all, basically. Common sentiment in these streams is me not thinking. Okay. What the hell do I want to do numbers-wise today? Imagine thinking couldn't be me. 40-40? my favorite, like, disbanded K-pop group, 40-40. I know they're not actually disbanded, that's the whole thing I don't want to get into, though. It also has been long enough that these sheer wigs over here will have respawned. I want to clear them out because I will forget about them, and they will eat Pikmin. And I will suddenly have numbers go down, and be like, what the hell is happening? It's like, oh, I screwed up. Did the Blowhawk not respawn yet? Guess not. Cool. No, LMAO, yeah. Maybe too soon. Can I talk about something real quick here? This is the funniest thing to me. This is actually a Pikmin 1 thing more so than 2. Pikmin 2 kind of made it a lot safer. So there's a treasure up on a ledge where you're supposed to toss blue Pikmin up here and then guide them all the way across to a treasure. I've seen it's actually this little ledge up here. I've seen so many playthroughs where they just try to toss yellow Pikmin up here and they'll drown. Like clockwork, it feels like. Like, it's so fascinating to me how it feels like that's just how people attempt this like particular one. And it's like fascinating how like, consistently it happens. Again, maybe it's just because I grew up with the Nintendo Player's Guide, so I know how to handle some hazards in this game in a way that I don't actually struggle with things. I just always have the guide, so I just would, you know, cross-reference. Oh shoot, that did not stun properly. That's already a reset, cool. Yeah, no, hey! I guess we might as well take that ad break now, because that is unfortunate. I bit off more than I could chew there. But yeah, we only have a minute till the ad break anyway. Yeah, I kind of don't know how I feel about 50-50. I don't know how I feel about, like, a lot of things, to be fair. In terms of the industry. Again, it's probably why I just mostly am into Idol at the moment, because it's like... they have enough creative control over their music in general, that it's like... there's less of the traditional K-pop industry bullshit. So I think that's why I do like Idol. Alrighty, after the ad break, we will give this another try and hopefully not lose Pikmin right away. Yeah. I will get up, stretch, hydrate, and I will return soon for more Pikmin. Hi, we are back now. I see Zon mentioned trying to play Guilty Gear arcade mode on extreme. Round 8 is unfair. Hey, wait till we get to round 9. If you beat round 8 without losing a round, you go to a special round 9 where it's like, let's make them even more unfair. This is just kind of how arcade games work, or like fighting games work. Is like, one, you have a problem of input reading, and two, you have a problem of just making very hard boss fights, because that's kind of just the traditional fighting games to have really hard boss fights. Again, if it's any consolation, it took me 3 years to actually beat level 9. Because I tried with Dizzy, it did not... or I tried with Bridget, and it didn't go well. So it took a ton of, like, learning and practice and everything to get, like... I couldn't even beat Kai round... I couldn't even beat stage 8 as Bridget. I could probably do it now, but also I ended up doing it with Dizzy, because... to be real, Alba is actually a really bad matchup with Dizzy. So it just ended up being a much easier round... Stage 8 and Stage 9 fight. The fight that gave me the most trouble with Dizzy was like May and Potemkin, actually, not even the final boss. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck, but also I will say, hey, if you can't beat the literal designed to be bullshit hard challenge of this game, I think that is not too much. Like, to me, given that you've been playing this game for what, 4 days now, and you've already gotten to stage 8 on extreme, I think that's actually a really big testament, period, to how much you've actually gotten better at this game. Because I remember that first day you were having trouble against like a stage 4 CPU, if I recall, or stage 3, I think, but like you are able to get to this point, which means that I think you have actually improved considerably in a very short amount of time, and I'm really proud of you, actually. I'm proud of you for just playing Guilty Gear, to be honest, because, you know me, I love Guilty Gear, but it makes me happy seeing others I care about getting into the hyperfixations that have been bouncing around inside my brain for a certain amount of time. Okay, let's give this another try here. It can't go any worse than last time. I might take more purple Pikmin. I don't know what to do with this, to be honest. I'm so torn. I feel like in general, Pikmin is just one of those games where it's like, if something could go wrong, it probably will go wrong. Eventually you'll play, hey, no pressure. in general, I'm just happy people enjoy Guilty Gear as a series, period. Again, I don't even want, like, people to play the game if they don't want to. Just, I'm not one of those people who's gonna be like, oh, well, if you haven't played the game, you're not a real fan. That's just gatekeeping bullshit right there. So I am very much an advocate of, hey, you can enjoy a game without engaging with the actual gameplay. Because, like, fighting games in particular, one, have such a high skill floor, and two, they often have really ridiculous lore, to the point where I think there's a lot of merit to getting into a fighting game for just the lore. Like, I think that's totally fair. Given that I'm probably gonna put this up on YouTube and leave out, like, ad breaks and everything, I should mention that Guilty Gear did come up in the ad break. It actually wasn't me that brought up Guilty Gear this time. Oh, that's bad. Let's see how this works out. Because all the yellow Pikmin could just go straight into the water, if I'm not careful. Okay, that worked. Oh, that's terrifying. I fell off the ledge, and I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna pan out. Alright, alright. We're gonna give this another go. I say alright a lot. I used to say okay a lot. I'm trying to, like, mix up my language, which just kind of made me use a different word too much. Okay, can I lure just one of them over? Hell yeah. Are you not gonna come up on land? I mean, that works. Well, same problem as last time. Again, we haven't gone to the hard part of this day yet. This is the easy part of this day. I should just use blue Pikmin. I should stop, or just punch them. That's what I should do. Just play it really safe. Alrighty, attempt number 3 at this day. Give it up for day 3. Well, actually it's day 7 in game, but you know what I mean. I think that one is just too far away. I think we actually do need to fight that with either... I mean, if it's just one, blue Pikmin should be able to take it. It's mostly if they're, like, grouped up that I find them really annoying. So we could probably just fight the last one with blue Pikmin, and I can probably save myself a lot of pain if I just do it that way. Me trying to be, like, fancy and use purple Pikmin on enemies they are not really meant to probably isn't the smartest decision. You're doing great. Aw, thank you. Cool. I always feel, like, self-conscious, and I've talked about this before, but, like, in games that are heavy on resets, I feel a little bit self-conscious sometimes, because it's like, I'm not making much forward progress in a lot of ways, because I'm just kind of stuck in a time loop, basically. Okay. That was weird. Some landed on the ledge, and others landed on the lip of the ledge. I almost lost one into the water, because the gyro aim kind of went off to the side. That would have been really tragic. I actually did better on the stream so far than in the practice playthrough I did, because I actually got the Gherkin Gate, or whatever it's called, and the other treasure on the ledge by the yellow Pikmin onion. I got both those, and on my practice run, I actually didn't get those. I had to get them on this day, and that obviously takes time. So yeah, I am actually doing better at the game. So this day should be, in theory, a little bit easier than that day on the practice run. Again, key phrase, in theory. We'll see how it actually goes in practice. Yeah, the problem with this one is it has a hard time getting up to the ground. But it worked that time, so we'll take it. I mean, we actually don't really need purple Pikmin. because everything else is in the water at this point. Can I lure this one close enough to ground to like solid land to actually fight with purple Pikmin? Oh no, there's Shearwigs here. I didn't know that. Well, good thing I came over here, because that would have been a problem. I'm also waiting for the chime on either of our projects to be done. There we go. A little bit close to the water, but we'll see how this goes. Well, that'll make things a little bit safer for the blue Pikmin in a bit. Actually, I don't need to build that bridge at all. I'm just realizing, we don't need to worry about that whatsoever. Yeah, they're already done. I missed it because I was talking, probably. Basically, there's a whole thing where you're supposed to build a bridge, toss yellow Pikmin over, and then lead them to a wall to tear down. Based on how this is structured, I don't think we have to do any of that, actually. And that comes down to being able to throw Pikmin farther in this version of the game. Because the cursor can actually go past where you're supposed to be able to throw them on GameCube, it actually means that you can tear down the wall in question without actually going all the way over there from the other side. So we don't need that bridge at all. That's probably why I forgot there were Shearwigs there, because I didn't need to fight them at all. This is the Toady Blaster, I think. You have to attack the bulb on its back. And it'll try to eat Pikmin in front of it, which luckily it doesn't turn around very quickly, as you can see, so it's not actually that bad. The only problem I have is just landing them on the little bulb, but it's not a big target. You can also fight this with purple Pikmin in a bit, because you can drain the water here. Which we will be doing, but first of all, the yellow Pikmin are done. Neat. So, we have a weird thing over here. We have a covered up cave entrance. So yeah, we actually have to break this to drain the water and also just enter. A large rock sits in a reservoir of water. May I interject here? I've been observing the two of you working together. You have been cooperating well. Yet to face the dangers ahead, you must be free of the shackles of a boss-worker relationship. Learn to use X to separate and Y to change leaders. If you can master teamwork, you can overcome any impediment. So what this is saying is, hey, you're gonna have to swap captains. Why you're gonna have to swap captains, we'll see momentarily, but yeah, you are required to swap captains a lot more in this particular cave than the others. It's literally basically required for a boss. I feel like that's oxymoronic to say literally basically, but that is how I just said that, isn't it? So we're gonna get the blue Pikmin working on the wall again. Now that they're done over with that. We also have a couple of leaf Pikmin, but it's fine. Louie will continue standing by. Then with the yellow Pikmin, we're gonna go through and carry back our spoils, I guess. Since we are lowest on... Oh, I didn't need to toss that many. Since we're lowest on yellow Pikmin, we might as well just give them the spoils. Hey, we have all these white Pikmin who haven't gotten to do anything yet. They will, shortly. The other enemies here should respawn, yeah, so they're eating the berries. We might take those out, but we actually have so many sprays from the duplication glitch that I actually don't think I'll have to worry about that, which is nice. Sometimes it just works out that way. For the rest of this day, we really don't need yellow Pikmin. I'm actually kind of scared to do something with yellow Pikmin for reasons that'll be obvious momentarily. There's two treasures buried nearby, so that'll be our next stop. So I might swap some of the yellow Pikmin Oh hey, everyone's least favorite Sonic Adventure 2 level. Aquatic Mine. Yeah, I might swap the yellows for white Pikmin. For now. We're halfway through the day, which isn't my favorite thing in the world right now because we have a lot to do still. Was that only 10? That was only 10. God damn it. We are gonna do the cavern in the pool, by the way. That'll be a little bit later, though. Then the treasure's at the most remote part of the area we're gonna tackle another time, probably. I would like to get started on something. I don't think I'll have enough time, though. We also have the Wollyhops over here. I kind of want to ignore them, to be honest. I think the white Pikmin will have no problem getting past them. Wow, these Pikmin are not moving swiftly. And if not, we can always distract. Like, you can use captains to lure them and, like, manipulate their positioning to keep them out of the way. Like so. So now we don't have to worry about that anymore. You'll love to see it. Oh, there's only one. We might as well carry it back. They're done. So, next up, we actually don't have anything to do with the blue Pikmin here quite yet. We will shortly, but first of all, I want to take out these two. They're actually spread out far enough that I should be able to deal with them individually. And yeah, individually they're no problem. It's when they're in a group that they're annoying. Oh hey, they got it back. Just in time. Perfect, 10 out of 10. Fortified Delicacy. So, we're gonna have them sit tight. And then... Wait, where'd the purple Pikmin go? I don't remember where I put them. God, I'm not locked in at all. I don't like the Wollyhop just sitting there menacingly. It's very scary when they're just kind of watching you like that. Anyway, there's another treasure buried over here. You have to be on the ball, because otherwise Pikmin will drown. Again, I'm watching them from over here, just to make sure. Actually, you know what? They're good. I'm just gonna do this. I said I'm gonna do this. Just gonna toss them up here and swap back to the blue Pikmin. So I don't have to worry about any of that nonsense. The one risk is, like, blue Pikmin are a little bit slower, so I am worried about the Wollyhops in the basin area, or the drained part. I'm just gonna do this. We only need 30 Pikmin for the cavern. More likely than not. Yeah, the purple Pikmin are still vibing over there. Yeah, we're gonna make a beeline for the cavern before too long, but I'm gonna try to sort out numbers while they're carrying this back. Again, just gonna keep an eye on them. They should be okay. Wow, the one isn't aggroing at all. They are shirking their responsibilities. Alright, so far so good actually. That was a very smooth run, other than the 2 resets we had to do. Cool. Alright, next cavern. What do I want here? The guide says 25 reds. I don't agree. I think I want more Pikmin than that. But a different kind of Pikmin than that. We have 40 blues on the field. So, like, we can probably put away, like, a decent chunk of those. We also don't probably need that many white Pikmin. So we can put these away, too. Yeah, let's go 15. 15. Just be on the safe side. There was poison, I think. I don't remember where, though. It might be a buried treasure. I can't recall. Either way, we have an onion. But not the actual onion. Again, our context for the onion is actually this kind of onion. Which is always a fun little bit of world building. You know, the guide says to bring red Pikmin. I actually don't think we need any. Like, truth be told, I don't really think we will need any red Pikmin. Wait, actually... No, wait, I do want to do that. Like, realistically, red Pikmin are kind of like... You can fight most of their battles with other kinds of Pikmin. And purple Pikmin, we have like 10 out. Part of me almost wants to take more, purple Pikmin. 20, 20, 25... 15. I mean, that should be good. Again, this is a little, like, you know, not the numbers I would probably go with in theory all the time, but we'll make it work. Might be a little scuffed, but we'll make it work. I also don't have enough time, I don't think, after to deal with anything else, unfortunately. Part of me was hoping to work on, the stuff for tomorrow's treasures today, but I don't think we'll have enough time for that, unfortunately. Let's see. We immediately have electricity. That is not great. Oh, we have boulders too. Definitely not great. Wally Hop, watery blowhog. So hypothetically, we can probably just zip in and pick this up, because shouldn't be anything else in the way. Sometimes the game decides to be nice and just set you up in a way that's like, wow, I barely had to do anything. I was a little bit worried because I was thinking that might actually clip the yellow Pikmin, but it's okay. The Merciless Extractor, that's a very good name. I really appreciate the treasure names in this game, they're very clever. Wait, just to make sure... Yeah, we do have 100 Pikmin. Again, a little bit, like, worried, because we do have the slight wrinkle of trying to do this deathless. I'm trying to be a little bit more careful than I normally would be. Erring on the side of caution with a few things. Alright, shower room, floor 2. Should have a couple treasures here. Again, I have a guide up, but I'm not really using it that much, to be blunt. I'm mostly just looking at it to kind of gauge what hazards are in it, and even then the guide's been like off about a few things where it's like, oh, you do have a buried treasure here, you should probably just take white Pikmin instead of just using a candy pop bud, but that's just my way of dealing with it, because again, I usually just get 30 white Pikmin and stop. Like, I just don't worry about white Pikmin past that point. So, was the treasure radar going off for the bulb orb also? No? Okay. Wow, there's nothing in that little alcove. That's weird. I say, it's just probably like a buried treasure or something. Oh, hi. Hello, dwarf orange bulb orb. Out of the sky. Good thing I took 15 white Pikmin. I can just skip this hazard entirely. Oh, there it is. This is a problem, I think. Because it greatly depends on what direction they actually take it in. Super battery! Everyone's favorite legally distinct super battery. Again, these used to be Duracell, but copyright. Again, fighting these with white Pikmin is not ideal, because white Pikmin actually deal significantly less damage than any other type. but again are faster to make up for it. So yeah, our current hurdle is what direction are they going to take this in? Are they going to take it this way or that way? Because that greatly alters what path I need to take with clearing out a path. Like if they go this way, it's great, I already cleared the path. If they go the other way, I have to fight a bulb orb. So we'll see, I guess. Good, more boulders. But hey, if the boulders fall there, I'll take it. It's better than falling on my Pikmin. Actually, you know what would be really nice is if the Pikmin just dropped down the ledge. They probably won't do that, though. Pikmin typically only drop down a ledge if there's, like, a specific, like, route for that. But most of the time, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna go around. Oh, thank goodness, they're going that way. I don't have to fight a bulb orb. Probably. I don't think that one has the treasure, at least. Oh, wait, we already checked, it doesn't. Oh no. Emergency, Pikmin are suffering. If you blow your whistle with B, you may be able to help them. That was a bad time to look away. Oh, that's real bad. Okay, that was just a very unfortunate reset there. I just looked away too much. I didn't think they would run into the poison. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the problem with having a guide is sometimes I look too much at the guide to the point where I'm like, oh, me looking at the guide is causing me to miss a disaster. Oops. Anyway, let's try this again. Oh yeah, that game is coming out today. Again, not really a game on my radar, but reviews are good, so that's nice to see. Huh. Well, that's an unfortunate layout. Oh no, that's also unfortunate. Digital Deluxe pre-orders. Oh yeah, is it like a separate thing? Because I know some games do that, where it's like, oh, the digital's this day, and then the physical is another day. Thank you for the hydration check. I'll deal with that promptly in a moment. But first of all, try to deal with this nonsense over here. Wow, that actually stunned. Cool. Oh shoot, that's a problem. Wait, it actually stunned both. Cool. But now we have to deal with the Lesser Jelly Float is the name of this enemy. If you leave Pikmin inside of it too long, it'll eventually, like, digest them. So you have to fight this relatively quickly. Neat. The funny part with Pikmin 2 is, depending on the layout, you might not need to worry about hazards at all. Lesser Troats. But like, you know, here the poison generator is literally in a dead end. It's totally useless. And that happens sometimes. Like, hypothetically, we didn't need white Pikmin at all if we had gone a layout like this and knew we could get a layout like this. Which actually makes me wonder how TASes work. Is there like a way to force what floor variant you get? There's only one poison generator, period. What is this randomization? That's really weird, actually, how it randomized this time. Not complaining, it makes my life easier. But, yeah, we didn't need white Pikmin whatsoever. I mean, it's often good to have all the Pikmin types anyway, just in case, but... yeah, literally we'd have no other poison until, like, the very end, which is an enemy that we can easily fight with any other kind of Pikmin. Just, we need to be careful to call them back. Alright, just kind of vibing. Again, it's actually really nice to have manual camera control on Switch, versus having to, like, press L to recenter the camera behind you. Alright, we got all the treasures again. That was extremely fast, which is, again, nice, given it took a couple attempts to get there, but, what is next? This should be the... no, wait, we have one more. Looks like we have 3 treasures here. Again, different numbers per floor. This will be really good to stat track in the next dungeon, especially because we will not have another chance to go back. That is also why they're called the lesser jelly float, because this is the greater jelly float, if I'm remembering right. The music here was so trippy. It always kind of... it feels slightly disconcerting, actually. Like, just the vibe of it. Oh, that was a stun. Cool. It's actually really hard to stun certain enemies that are this tall, because they sometimes will latch on instead of stunning. So oftentimes you might notice me throwing a little bit off to the side, and that's on purpose to get around, to basically hit the ground, because shaking the ground can also stun. So yeah, doing deliberate strategies to get a stun more reliably. That's the exit. Oh, there's a lot here, huh? Oh, god damn it, that's where a treasure is, huh? Oh wait, there's a path. What am I overthinking for? What am I worrying for? There's a clear non-water path to get purple Pikmin. This'll be easy. She says, knowing it will not be easy. I swear one of these floors also has a potential for a purple candy pop bud, but given the last stage, I don't think it would have spawned in. Either it was in the junction and would just fall in from above, which does happen, or it didn't load in on this run, which again, it happens. We've had multiple purple candy pop buds not spawn when they're supposed to, so again, if that is the case, I wouldn't be shocked. Wait, no, this does not connect. Well, that is awkward. We also have a Hermit Crawmad. Sometimes they can actually heal Pikmin and that weighs them down enough, if I recall correctly. I think the Greater Jelly Float can also eat captains, and that can actually weigh it down enough. Hi AC, welcome on in, thank you for the head pats. Oh no, that's a problem. Okay, we got the stun right away, so the Pikmin will be fine. Hell yeah. Yeah, the music in Pikmin 2 feels very, like, surreal at times. It's very interesting. Yeah, a lot of purple candy pop buds also depend on the number you have, so given that it is very possible to farm them in specific caverns, we might just have too many for the candy pop bud in this particular cavern to actually spawn in, but that's fine, if that is the case. Alright, I'm pretty sure Wollywog, or Wollyhop, again, apologies if I say the old name, just out of habit, there it is. Oh, that one almost ran straight under it, that would have been very sad. Well, we got the stun. Again, a lot of times with the Wollyhops, I will deliberately wait to see if I stunned it or not, before trying to latch on all the Pikmin. That is very deliberate. Yeah, no, this doesn't... Oh wait, this does connect. We are fine. I'm actually gonna drop this, I think, and I'm gonna have the other Pikmin carry it in a moment, but first I want to clear a path. We're getting really good dungeon patterns for the most part, like, I can't really complain. Like, you can really get screwed over by the randomization sometimes. You give up? Aw, I'm sorry. But again, I'm proud of you for making that far. It is, again, not easy. It is very BS. Kai beat you like 20 times. Yeah, that was my first experience playing Bridget arcade mode. Is just kind of getting bodied by Kai a lot. And I never even made it to stage 9 on my first attempt. And again, it wouldn't be until until Dizzy for me to actually win on level 9. Kai must have hated how much you flirt with his wife. I mean, same. Wait, what? I mean, Dizzy has... Well, if you want to be, like, pedantic about it, Dizzy actually technically has, like, what? 6 hands? It's like, you know, because you have Undying and Necro as well. I have completely lost track of how many treasures we've collected. Oh, that's a really cute emote, by the way. I'm sure I've said that before, but... Yeah, again, I am proud of you for attempting. And again, getting as far as you did is not a small feat. Again, it took me forever to just get to stage 9 with Bridget on my first, like, attempt of trying to get to level 9, because I thought you could with Bridget, and I greatly overestimated my ability to play the game. So yeah. This is a very messed up lid. The Vorpal planet. I don't know what Vorpal means. Hey, am I losing my mind? Or did we only get 2 treasures in this cavern? Because I'm pretty sure there were supposed to be 3. But I don't remember getting the 3rd treasure? That is very disconcerting, actually. This happens sometimes, just again, with how much of this game is randomized. But again, I've just been so on autopilot, I might have completely missed it. Which would definitely be a problem. But we'll see. You're very much into the interaction between Goldless and Bridget, yeah. Vorpal is another word for sharp. Ah. Yeah, I really do enjoy the different dialogue, because like the different dialogue gives slightly different shades of the same. Wow, okay. The game just handed it to us. Neat. Easy peasy. Wait, aren't there supposed to be a bunch of spectral? Oh, there they are. So the spectral. Oh. That's awkward timing on that, but again, we just kind of got handed that treasure. That was very nice, actually. Yeah, Zon, I hope you sleep well when you do. Yeah, a lot of times I will try the character and then just look up the extreme route, because, like, I'm not gonna get through, like, most arcade runs, unless it's a character I intend on, like, maining. I got close with Unica. Oh hey. Where the hell's the other Pikmin we're missing? Oh, it got stuck on the entrance. That's fine. But yeah, I got really close with Unica on stream. I got to like extreme level 8 and actually won pretty quickly, but also did lose 1 round, so I didn't go to stage 9. I'm like very compulsive about things. I'm gonna reset for that, believe it or not. I'm too much of a perfectionist sometimes. This is actually a level that has a fixed layout. The only difference is the placements of things can vary. Again, since I said, I mean, 1 Spectralid will not be enough to bump it over. However, I, again, am a perfectionist about some things, and when I've decided, hey, I don't want to collect anything like that, I'm gonna stick to it to a fault. That's a very cute emote, by the way. I like Punio. Wait, is that Punio? Or is that just a generic Puny? No, I feel like a fake fan. Like, which puny is it? Punio, he has the green, yeah. Also, this is, speaking of green, this particular leaf is usually green in other regions. They changed it to red, for obvious reasons. They didn't want to imply some things in a Nintendo game. Cool. Anyway, that was easy. We didn't get the bitter spray, so ultimately it probably wasn't worth resetting. There's also a geyser on this floor if you want to, like, leave early. But I don't, so we'll just keep on moseying along. Nice. Overall, though, I definitely enjoy Guilty Gear Strive quite a bit. The arcade mode in XR is actually a very different experience because they give a different... They basically all tie into, like, the main story in a way that XRs are more like, you know, side stories. So it's a very different feel. But I like both, because, again, I like Guilty Gear. I'm someone who does like both experiences. You need to lurk? Yeah, I hope we have a nice lurk. I hope we have a good day, Aiden. And have had a good day as well. So I don't know how the Withering Blowhog works with walls. Like, can he actually hit us through the wall? Oh no, that's a problem. Huh. Neat. I love it when they do that. My favorite thing in the world. Like, do we just time it really carefully, or what? Or can we get it to, like... Yeah, we can actually bait it like that. You know, that actually does hit through the wall. Cool. So I'm glad it just tossed one leaf to take the brunt of it. This is very... Oh no. That's bad. That's real bad, actually. We might as well just keep going at this point, because... Oh... I'm actually gonna reset for that, because trying to get all those flowers back is gonna be a nightmare. Like, genuinely, it will be very difficult to reflower all of those Pikmin. Alright, another try at this. Again, whenever there's like a blowhog right behind a wall, that just gets really annoying. I actually saw a treasure. I actually see two over there. This is a much better layout for sure. The one downside by resetting is we probably won't have that purple candy pop bud anymore. Or it might just be in a really bad place. Oh, that's a very bad enemy placement. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. I am definitely hitting a limit a lot sooner than on Thursday, where I definitely got a second wind. I'm not sure why, either. What is this, attempt number 3? Again, it's a shame, the last layout was actually really nice, so if that had worked out, it would have been very quick and easy, but... Again, sometimes you just get really bad enemy placements where let's just put two enemies that are really obnoxious to fight and put them next to each other. And yeah, because of specifically doing a deathless run, there will be times when I reset not for losing a Pikmin, but just to fix the RNG, basically. Or like, try for better RNG. Which again, it makes this a lot more time consuming than it might be otherwise, but it is a safety strat, potentially. This is also a decent layout. Again, I will lament the lack of that purple candy pop bud in the future, but beyond that... Okay. Interesting. Nope, don't want you carrying that back. Again, I fully admit I'm probably too much of a perfectionist for my own good in a lot of cases. I definitely get a little bit hung up on, like, small details. That's like, yeah, I could make this a lot easier on myself if I didn't try to, like, do this perfectly. Or, like, a lot of times it's not even perfectly, it's just based on some arbitrary metric that I've set for myself, like not collecting, enemies in this. It's just very arbitrary. Like, there's no real reason to not collect any enemies, even if I am trying to keep numbers at a specific point. It's just me being, like, weirdly picky, essentially. Oh no, that was almost a problem. This is very uneven terrain for this fight. There we go. One purple Pikmin almost ran directly under the Wally Hop. That would have been very bad if they were just slightly off to the side. Yeah, if you don't actually cause a quake, it often won't stun. So that's specifically what I'm trying to look for here. Anyway, the Broken Food Master. The Withering Blowhogs, I think, have slightly different properties to the Puffy Blowhogs, but I actually don't know what it is in this game. I'm gonna be real, I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, no Candy Pop Bud for us. But it's fine, we can farm for purple Pikmin in another cavern. If need be. Wow, they're very spread out for some reason. I don't even know what happened there. Okay, we don't have any stragglers. Good. Again, I've been having really bad luck with Candy Pop Buds in this playthrough. A lot of them just are not appearing when they should. Or when I'd want them to, maybe more specifically. In fact, I think I'm going to make a quick sweep. Just to make sure I'm not, like, missing something very obvious. Why did I go around? There's like a path right there. And I really don't know why I did that. So that just connects here. I mean, I guess it could be in this dead end. Nope, nothing there. And then that just loops around. So yeah, nothing here. That's really, frustrating, to be honest. Nice. Sardines. Yeah, this does look different. I don't remember the brand of it originally, though. But that is definitely a different design. Like, where's the Pikmin I'm missing? There's like one Pikmin that's unaccounted for. Not that it matters, but like... It always feels slightly stressful when like the numbers aren't adding up. Cause like, what if I go down to the next floor and then the counter is suddenly at 99? Oh, it's stuck in the drain. Okay, it's fine. Oh, it'll make it back to us, no problem. I really do enjoy this game. The flow of it, because of the caverns, ends up feeling a little bit more peaceful, weirdly enough, as like chaotic and tumultuous as Pikmin tends to be. It is weirdly chill. And it's also weird to say this is chill when the actual game itself is extraordinarily stressful because of how many hazards the game constantly is throwing at the player. That I find this chill. Again, a lot of things about myself make a lot of sense if you think about it, because it's like, what do I play to relax? I play stuff like Guilty Gear, you know, oh, hi. This is an electric dweevil enemy. We have to be very careful, because they can definitely fry the heck out of Pikmin if we're not careful. This is a whole mess over there. We have a bumbling snitch bug. That one specifically targets captains. We have a Wally Hop, and we have a pair of Dwarf Bulborbs, and all of that's gonna be a nightmare. Not individually, that's a really, like, whatever enemy set of enemies individually, but trying to actually fight them together is gonna be really annoying. So, first things first, I'm gonna do a quick sweep to see if anything is actually over here. Oh no, there is. That is also a bomb dweevil too. We'll see those a lot next time. So yeah, we have to fight all this nonsense. Well, the good news is we lured this guy over. Bad news is I did nothing to capitalize on it. Great. Fantastic. Please come back. I think these Wally Hops don't return at all. Maybe in Pikmin 4, but I actually genuinely can't remember if it's just the yellow Wally Hops or not. And yeah, I think it actually is just yellow ones. Now that I think about it. And that's where the first treasure was. Again, there's like a lot of empty sections. I'm gonna check the dead ends because I am so low on flowers. I just kind of want to check to see if there's anything in here. Oh, hi. This is a doodle bug. These are basically the iridescent flint beetles and glint beetles, but they emit poison. Because they actually emit poison, they will always drop bitter spray. Which means we get 4, essentially, if we pull this off correctly. Nope, don't want that. Again, if we can do this twice, we can get 4 sprays out of this. Which is great. This puts us in a good spot for the next cavern. Because we need a ton for the next cavern. Like, I would love to have, you know, a huge chunk of bitter spray for this. If you know, you know. That's what I'll say for now. I forgot doodle bugs were in this particular cavern. Very happy, because we definitely saved a lot of time. There should be a treasure in the water somewhere, too. Also, probably a bomb spider is gonna drop. Just because I now have Pikmin carrying a treasure. It's funny, the dweebles don't bother me that much, even as someone who typically is very freaked out by spiders in video games. I don't know what it is about the dweebles that doesn't bother me. There we go. Stun the dweeble. And if it ends up grabbing an enemy body, that's fine. The other big issue with this is trying to get out of here. Because we have the fun process of getting all these Pikmin to the end, where there may be more of the volatile dweevils, as they're called. And we also have to worry about actually breaking a wall, which means trying to actually get through might be a problem. Oh wait, we still have a bulb board to deal with. Dentures! God, I wish my teeth were that straight. They are not. I've even done braces, and my teeth are still kind of messed up. Nice. First try stun. You love to see it. Now, this treasure up here I think is fixed too. I think the rubber ducky is always in that little alcove. I've never seen it anywhere else. And again, as a refresher, I've played this game an absurd amount of times, so if I haven't seen anything, it's quite remarkable, I feel. You know, not to toot my own horn, obviously, but... Oh, that's a poison one. Okay, I was just afraid it was a bomb one, because I heard it, like, scuttling around. I don't want to leave the blue Pikmin unattended very long, because they might attack the dweevil, and then they will get poisoned if they start aggroing it. Neat. Oh shoot, you're alive still. That would have been a catastrophe if I had not caught that sooner. Oh, that only took 15? Damn. That was a lot lighter than I thought it would be. Neat. There's also this little hole over here, it's like, it serves a purpose. It would have been really sucky if there was like a hazard in there that just happened to load in, like electricity and all my Pikmin die. Again, I'm really worried that a treasure didn't spawn on the previous floor, or maybe I'm just very unobservant. I can't tell. Anyway, 9200. Almost to the debt clear. But there's a lot of game after the debt is repaid. There's a huge chunk of the game left. Like, repaying the debt is like the halfway point, I would say. A little bit over the halfway point the way I play, because I mean, you do a little bit in the Valley of Repose, but that's just tutorial stuff. That doesn't really count. Anyway, boss floor. This boss is... Where the hell is the boss? Oh. This is a weird-ass layout. This is the ranging Blaster. The gimmick of the ranging Blaster is it'll basically track one captain at a time. Whichever captain you're playing is the one it'll go after. So what we want to do is basically, there are two ways to do it. Either split up your Pikmin and just go one at a time, or like alternate, or go one at a time and then just kind of like do this basically. Just like alternate, but again, you could hypothetically have Pikmin with both captains and then just switch back and forth. I find that a little bit risky, because, you know, if it ends up going to attack, it will eat Pikmin. So again, this is a case of me doing a deathless run, like changing my routing and like way of thinking of this cavern ever so slightly. Processing. How odd. The gooey creature dissolved, leaving this curious item behind. It appears to be coated in slime. Are you sure you want to collect this? Absolutely sure. You'll throw just about anything in my hold. It would be nice if you cleaned occasionally. Conveniently, ads are about to start, and we're actually inconveniently, because we will not finish the dungeon in time. What is in this little alcove? Nothing? Oh, egg. Nice. Well, might as well carry this back at least. Actually, I don't think we even have time to carry this back before the ad starts. We'll try. Otherwise, we'll just leave it. Again, ads are literally about to start, so we'll just drop this for now, and we will resume shortly. Hi, that was a big mood whiplash in songs. But more Origami King's Cafe theme to, This is Assembly 2, I think. Yeah, this is Assembly 2. Anyway. That'll be a very interesting song for next ad break, potentially. Okay, we are back and ready to go. All that's left is to pick up the thingy over here. This is an interesting power-up. Basically, I mean, this is probably pretty obvious by now. Like, every, caverns boss at this point in the game has an upgrade for us. So this upgrade is actually pretty interesting. The Amplified Amplifier. Very creative name, clearly. This shape is well suited for the emission and amplification of sound waves. A moment, please. I shall use this as the final part of my new sound equipment. The Mega Tweeter is done. Captain Olimar, this device has increased the acoustic range of your whistle. Nice. Other than that, there's like nothing to see here, so I guess we might as well just get the hell out. There's gonna be an interesting thing at the end of this day. I'm wondering if I have enough time to do anything, like, fancy, trying to, like, get a couple more things done, or if it's gonna immediately hit end of day countdown. Cause it'll probably be like sunset right as soon as we land. Anyway, let's see if we got everything. I'm actually not feeling great about it. Oh good, thank god. We did find everything. Again, I was so scared that I left the treasure behind by accident. By the way, if you wait long enough on this in certain versions, a jingle called Totaka's song will play. Kazumi Totaka is the composer of a lot of Nintendo games, most notably like Animal Crossing, and it's also the voice of Yoshi. So he often will sneak a little jingle into his game, the games that he works on, as an Easter egg. Usually you have to wait a certain amount of time for it to actually play. So it's a very obscure Easter egg. Alright, gutsy move time. I'm gonna leave some of the I'm not gonna put all the Pikmin away just for the sake of hustling. We're gonna take like, I guess 65? Takata. Yeah, what else? Kazumi Tataka I think also worked on some other things as well, but I actually am blanking on what games he's actually worked on. There's a yellow wall here. Again, you're supposed to go around. You can straight up just toss yellow Pikmin over in this version. So that's what we'll be doing. But I want to get a little bit of progress on this wall to make sure we have enough time. Totaka, T-O-T-A-K-A. Again, we're gonna get very little done on this wall, but I wanted to at least give it a shot. Get a little headway on this. I don't really want to waste a spicy spray on this also. Eepy girl moment? Aw, Eepy's on. I hope we get some good Eeps soon. Come on, one stage? Like one tier? I just want to get a little progress on this. I mean, this is still doing damage. It's just, I want to see a visible indicator. There we go. Call back so I don't accidentally lose any. I should have used the spicy spray. You know the funny part is, we're going to get to the end of this playthrough and we're gonna have like 17 ultra spicy sprays, and it's like, damn, I really didn't need to hold on to all these. I really didn't need to play as like conservatively as I did. But that's a lot of lollipops. Anyway, just get the hell out of Dodge there. And that takes care of day 7. Again, we've been having multiple days. Well, actually no, that day was just kind of bad all around. That just, yeah, went bad from beginning to end because we reset a lot in that cavern. And hey, guess what? The next cavern's gonna be worse. The next cavern's gonna be so much worse. Olimar, you'll soon be promoted to manager. Only a small bit of debt remains. You've done great, as have I. No one dodges debt collectors like I do. I'm a pro. Keep telling yourself that. I'm just a little bit worried. Okay, we're fine. I'm gonna do a thing really quickly. I just want to make sure I don't screw something up, because I've had issues with this cavern before. So I'm gonna copy the save. Back it up just in case we have an issue with like a treasure not spawning in. Again, maybe I'm worrying too much. However, you can never be too careful with Pikmin 2. Actually, I don't even know what numbers I want for this day. Genuinely not quite sure. Part of me wants to go 70-30. But that means the yellow Pikmin wall is gonna take a bit. So maybe I should go... This is a mistake. I'm gonna try to cut them off, basically. This is wasting time also. It's fine. I'm gonna go 60-40, I think. So yeah, we can basically bypass the entire set piece, which is very nice. I'm hoping we actually don't need to fight this Lollihop either. It should be too slow. Oh, that one respawned really fast, because we just fought that one. But yeah, in theory, we should be able to take these yellow Pikmin and toss them over. Like so. Again, I don't think this is possible on GameCube. It would probably be possible on Wii, though. But by doing so, we can basically skip a bunch of stuff here. One feature I miss a lot from Pikmin Oh shoot, the thingy is respawned. Oh no. I'm gonna guide them a little bit farther. Oh shoot. Nope, this way. There you go. Good Wally Hop. Enemies are respawning here at an alarming pace. Okay, they're actually making very good time on this wall here. Because they're already in phase 2 of it. I don't know if the different types of walls have different, like, weakness duration, or like... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, different health pools, essentially. Gonna quickly run up here. Nope, it's not done yet. Basically, I want to run up as quickly as I can up this ledge, because I need to actually get them all back before they run into the water, because they will go straight into the water if I don't whistle them back very soon. So yeah, I'm literally running against the electric fence to make sure I can catch them ASAP. Because yeah, they'll do that. With that done, I can safely toss them over here and hope the swooping snitch bug doesn't get to them. And now they're kind of just gonna vibe, I guess. They don't really get to do anything for a bit. Actually, I should toss them up here and hope the swooping snitch bug leaves them alone, just so I can retrieve them later. A little bit more easily, since we have to go this way anyway. Again, this is a little bit risky if that aggro's the snitch bug. I hope it doesn't. And we also have a really obnoxious section here. Because we have like all these hermit cromats to deal with. Actually, we don't have to deal with them at all. We can just go around them, I think. The Withering Blowhog will definitely be a problem, and the water dumples will definitely be a problem. Beyond that, we can probably leave the other enemies alone. Damn, one cycled. Hell yeah. Okay. Again, if you can lure them, these are no problem. Like so. Beautiful. Alright, so now we have the biggest scale puzzle in the game. Probably the series, actually. Actually, no, I think this Chromat might be a problem. So we will actually engage this one. There we go. I'm missing 2 Pikmin somewhere. Where are those 2 Pikmin? Oh, they're carrying stuff. That's bad, actually. There's a fiery blowhog in that direction. So we'll just hope for the best on them, I guess. If the number goes down, that'll be a problem, but it's fine. I guess. So, what we have to do is manipulate these scales. That is the wrong scale. We have to manipulate these scales so Olimar can get across. So now we hit this one. Now we hit this one. And then we're home free. So I'm gonna toss it. Okay, that's not gonna work. We're gonna toss them over here. We're not gonna try to manipulate the CPU Pikmin into actually navigating that tiny ledge. That just sounds like hell. Okay. Should be enough. And I'm not gonna worry about the pellets. I just want to get a move on. Oh shoot, there's still the other... Oh no, they're going that way? What? Or I can just miss, that's fine, I guess. Works for me. I don't know how that missed, but I'll take it. Yeah, you just left the yellow Pikmin alone. For the most part, that's very convenient for me. So first of all, we have the swooping snitch bug over here. This is not optimal, by the way. I'm definitely being a little pokey with this. Come on, latch on, please. There we go, finally. And we have all this nonsense over here. They'll probably be okay. I'm not gonna chance it. It's a very bad spot to be fighting this enemy, though. There we go. Finally. Now that that's taken care of, I'm gonna get the remaining treasure, I guess. We'll have Louie go back to the base to round everyone up as well. There's still a yellow Pikmin over here. It's fine. Okay. We have half the day left, we're fine. She says, wondering if we're gonna be fine. Actually, I need to get both captains over there. This is gonna suck. Yeah, leaf Pikmin do not do well with terrain, I'm discovering. Which kinda sucks when the terrain is this bumpy. Just gonna thread that needle, I guess. Again, Pikmin sometimes have questionable decisions. Can that reach? Yeah, with the motion controls, you can actually extend the cursor beyond where you're supposed to be able to, which can be very helpful, obviously. It can definitely lead to some cool tricks you can do. Hypothetically, another way to go about this is to leave a captain on this raised portion up here, and then just basically toss the Pikmin up to them. Like, when you're ready to do the cavern, just toss them up there, and just retrieve the Pikmin on the other side. That can be a little bit faster, I have done that before. I was not thinking of, like, optimal strategy, so oops. So yeah, we have plenty of time to get to the cavern. And yeah, no sprouts here, so that means we didn't lose any along the way, and just grew back to 100, so I'm happy about that. That's happened where sometimes I'll find sprouts on the ground. It's like, oh, that means the Pikmin must have died somewhere. I don't know where, though. Okay, so we have weird numbers here. I want to take 80 blue Pikmin. That's a very weirdly specific number, I am fully aware, but it will be helpful to not have full numbers for once. This is actually better to not have a full squad for this next cavern. 70 might actually be better in some ways, but there are risks in other ways too. So now we have the fun task of actually getting to the cavern. I was also hoping these would still have more bitter spray, because god do we need a lot. If you're thinking, wow, you already have 10, how is that not enough? You'll see. If you have not seen this before, you will see. Yeah, we had a lot of very close calls with the enemies in this particular area, so I'm very happy about not having any casualties. Very fortunate, honestly. Because, like, this Crawman almost got a Pikmin. And then the Snitch Bug, and then the 2 blue Pikmin that tried to carry a pellet. It's like, that could have easily have gone wrong. Anyway, our final cavern of the perplexing pool. This one's a doozy. Interesting, deeper sections of this hole seem to be submerged in liquid. Sadly, I'm a delicate piece of machinery that is sensitive to water. You two must go alone. Why do you look at me with such scornful expressions? I am an expensive machine. Fine, I'll go, but this wantonly reckless treatment of company property will be reported. Hydration check, that was a very good time for that. Anyway, this is the submerged castle. This is probably the most infamous cavern in Pikmin 2. It's only 5 floors, it's a short cavern. However, it is you know, it deserves its reputation, which is very negative, to be honest. You'll see. I mean, for one thing, we have entirely a hazard-based cavern with no other Pikmin other than blue Pikmin, so that inherently sucks. Like, this is inherently just very mean to make you have to do all this with just blue Pikmin. So yeah, it's inherently going to be rude, is what I'm trying to say. I also need to actually pay attention to the stuff I've collected. So that's one. There should be 3 on this floor. There's also a fiery... Oh wow, that's actually perfect. So sometimes, like right now, the fiery Bulblax here has spawned inside the water inherently, which means my life is a lot easier. Oh, thank you for the stretch break. Also, hi, welcome on in. I think both these might have treasures. Or this one might have a treasure, and then there's the one right behind it. So this was a very good floor layout. The music here is so uncomfy. Like, it's deliberately, like, uncomfortable. And that, like, this game in general has really good atmosphere. Pikmin as a series has really good atmosphere, where it's just like, yeah, a lot of the songs that are meant to be really uncomfy hit that way. But yeah, this was a really good spawn, where the Bulblax was not a problem. Otherwise, you'd have to lure the Bulblax into water, which, depending on how it's set up, could be really annoying. So yeah, it's just being in the water just made my life extremely easy. Oh, there's 1, well there's 2, and then there's 3. Piece of cake. Nice. A diet humor. That does look very tasty, I will admit. Okay, so... this isn't too bad, in theory. It will get bad in time, trust me. So the next floor should be another... most of these have 3 treasures. I think they all do, actually. Yeah, they all have 3 treasures each. They're not even worth that much. It's a lot of effort for treasures that are barely worth any Pokos. But this floor introduces us to a new enemy type. Well, a couple of new enemy types, actually. Oh no. We have a careening Dirigibug. They're basically insects with balloons that toss bomb rocks at you. They're as annoying as they sound. If you can actually get them before they summon the bomb rock, or they spawn in the bomb rock, that's obviously very helpful. If you actually pop the balloon, it causes them to drop farther away than they would normally. Otherwise, they just chuck it in short range, which makes it very hard to actually fight them. Okay. So, for those who don't know, the gimmick of this particular cavern, beyond only having blue Pikmin, is every floor has an invisible timer. By the way, this is a Bulbmin. It is a kind of a hybrid, but we can actually recruit the Bulbmin, which is very helpful. The confused Bulborb has fallen in with the Pikmin. They appear to coexist peacefully. Strange, this Bulborb has a leaf sprouting from its spine, much like the leaf on the Pikmin's head. So the Bulbmin have the nice benefit of being immune to everything. Bulbmin are a little bit OP, which is why you can only find them in very limited numbers. Oh shoot. Emergency Pikmin are suffering... yeah, we already saw this with poison. But like, you'll notice as we go along that a lot of things in the submerged castle are not inherently dangerous, but are designed to waste your time, specifically. It's like, I don't know what the developers were on when they designed this place. They were feeling very mean-spirited to the player. Yeah, it's like you just have like a little ukulele sounding instrument in the background. It's very much a Super Mario Sunshine, like, MIDI kind of vibe. but it gives this place such a creepy vibe. Also, by the way, a lot of the exits in this cavern are sealed off too, just to add insult to injury. Yeah, like the weevils just exist to waste time in this cavern. They don't pose a threat, especially if you have the bulbmin, but they're just designed to make you, like, spend time fighting them to get them to drop treasure. Then the final treasure should be past here near the exit. Wait, did we already get that? Oh no, that's bad. They're stuck. Oh yeah, there's a Dweevil. Okay. That'd explain it. God damn it. This one's being really stubborn. There we go. I'm probably gonna have to fight this, aren't I? Hypothetically, if you're good at this game, or just happen to get through it quickly, you can get through the entire cavern without seeing the gimmick. One time. Will we get that lucky? We will see. So far it's not looking great, to be honest. As we are struggling a lot on a few things. This cavern in particular, this floor in particular is going very slowly, which I'm not happy about. Like, I'm nervous we're gonna have the thing happen just because I've lost count in terms of, like, internal tracking. Infection Hoop, that's a very good name. One more to go on this floor, but we have to clear out all this garbage first. And by that, I mean all the enemies. Here we go. Quickly get them to work on that. And then toss a ton of Pikmin over to the other donut and have them carry that back. So yeah, we need to break this free as soon as possible. My other advice would be to leave a captain at the exit at all times, just to make a quick getaway if needed. There's also geysers on a ton of floors. Because this is designed to be like a huge skill check. It's really weird having a skill check this big, this early into the game, to be honest. Because this is only the... I mean, if we're being particular, there are only so many areas in this game. Like it makes sense having a skill check like this, because this isn't a very long game. Sick, let's go. Get the hell out of here as soon as we can, because I am slightly afraid. Again, I am someone who has played this game a ton of times. I'm still kind of like sweating this out a little bit. Like, this is a lot. This is very stressful. So hey, here's a fun thing. We now have electricity to deal with. As if it wasn't awkward enough as is. We also have a withering blowhog behind a wall again. This game just likes to spite me. And another set of bulbmin, which is actually good, because that means we can get even more. There's nothing that way, I don't think. Unless there's like a wally hop that'll drop down, which I think there might actually be. Weird wall placement there. Does not make a whole lot of sense to put a wall there, but okay. Be careful not to toss a blue Pikmin at the electricity. You will hear a really uncomfy, like, zap sound as the Pikmin perishes. Oh, this has a treasure. That's very convenient. For some enemies in this game in particular, throwing is a lot better than swarming, I feel. Just because of how, like, you can latch on Pikmin better without swarming. Again, the Dweevils are actually weak enough that you can easily deal damage just like this. But it takes time. So again, you have the conundrum again of wasting time in a cavern that is designed to punish you if you take too long. Again, throwing very carefully, not to accidentally overthrow and toss a blue Pikmin. Well, they can be a distraction at the very least. Oh hey, cookie. I got another cookie over here. That should be all three. Which way are they gonna take it? God damn it. Well, okay, the end of beetles are actually cooperating, so that's good. I think you can find a white candy pop bud on this floor traditionally. I don't see it, and I kind of don't want to look for it. Truth be told. There's also another set of Bulbmin. Yeah, the white candy pop bud does not seem to be here, which is fine, but I might... There should be another Bulbmin actually in the next floor. I might just fight that one. Where the hell's the exit? Oh, okay. Interesting. Again, we're not even having any problems with this. This is the funny part. It's like, this is the cavern that everyone always stresses out about, and we're like not having a problem at all. Am I gonna eat my words? Probably. But so far, it's actually going very smoothly. I mean, for a GameCube game, that really is one compelling cookie, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the texturing is obviously very, you know, flat, but... Again, this is still a GameCube game, and therefore, it actually does look pretty good. A lot of things in this game do look really good still, like... Oh, that sucks. Just gonna play it safe since we clearly have enough time for this. Alright. Piece of cake. And yeah, believe it or not, we're almost done. There's only one more floor left. Beyond the boss. I just want to quickly see, it's like, yeah, I don't think the white candy pop bud actually spawned in. Again, I don't know what's happening with my candy pop bud luck. Unless it's the next floor. That is a possibility, I guess. But I could have sworn it was this one. Also, Bulbmin cannot leave the underground. So, if you find a candy pop bud, you should convert them to Pikmin. Just to make sure you can carry them forward. Please tell me I did collect everything on that floor, by the way. Because I'm, like, not entirely locked in today. This is a terrible day to be doing this cavern when I'm very tired. Clearly I make the best decisions. Why am I doing this? I should say that for the end. Oh, there's the exit. Oh yeah, this floor really likes volatile weevils. And bomb rocks. In general. Oh no. Oh god, Just gonna... crowd it in this corner for a moment. There we go. I feel like there should also be another... Volatile Weevil's gonna fall as soon as I pick this up, isn't it? Nope. Okay. Ah, okay. I was afraid that was gonna clip through the pipe. But it didn't, so I'll take it. Yeah, sometimes an explosion can actually, like... I'm always worried about explosions being able to hit through a wall like that. Alright, Pale Passion. And this should be 2, and that means there should be 1 more. There's 2 Bulbmin on this floor, what the hell? Good thing I didn't fight the other one, in hindsight. Because I might need to use both, like, 2 bitter sprays. I didn't know 2 could spawn on this floor. It makes sense, but I forgot that was the case. That's a lot of eggs. Oh, that's coming this way. That's a problem. Guess we're gonna have to fight this one at least. Oh, that's a volatile weevil. Or evolved cleaning dredge bug. Bad time to drink nectar. Oh, that's a problem. I don't even think we can get to those in time. That's just very unfortunate. That was going well, at least. Again, getting to floor 4 without having to reset, I'll take it. That's not bad. Like, that was a pretty smooth run of that cavern. Like, I really can't complain whenever the submerged castle's like remotely like gives an inch. Where it's like kinda nice. Okay, round 2. Oh, you're right here. So yeah, there are 2 on this floor, because this one does not have the Bulbman accompanying it. Yeah, I was swarming too much and they just ran straight into the poison. Pikmin, make choices. And normally I have 20 Bulbman by now, so this also is kind of a weird position for me to be in. Again, always checking for bitter spray. Whoa. Wait on that though. More eggs. Again, if we have time, we will look around, but we probably shouldn't for the sake of the special thing. Again, it's really funny how many times I can actually get through this cavern without even seeing the special thing once. Oh, that's a lot of garbage all at once. Come on, there we go. So, I am having a slight concern over not really seeing the other treasure. Also the bombs. That too, of course, but more so over my inability to find the things I'm looking for. Oh, nice. Well... Where'd the Bulbman go? Why did I only get such a small number? Wait, that is 20. Oh, something happened. Something happened to the Pikmin carrying the treasure. It's fine. It happens. But I do hope everyone's having a good day today. Does Bulbman death count? Yes, I'm pretty sure it counts. Also, hi Dewanka, I don't think I said that earlier. Okay, this is attempt number 3. We've been getting a lot of floors on attempt number 3 at least, and that's at least something I can take consolation in, that even the things we're not having the best time with, we're not wasting too much time either. Basically, the key is I need to keep a better eye on Pikmin. I'm letting them get out of my sight too much, and then they get into trouble. Oh god. We're gonna have to fight both these back to back, aren't we? It's fine. Again, if they drop a bitter spray, I would be very happy with that, but I know my luck. Shoot, 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 shoot. Bad time to drink nectar. Oh my god. Pikmin sometimes will just do the most infuriating things. Why'd they do that? Again, the Wii version specifically got rid of the ability to skip cutscenes, and that transfers to the Switch version, which is very frustrating when you're trying to do a Deathless playthrough. God damn it. This is so close to the wall, it's gonna be... Oh, okay, or we can just bounce, that works too. That probably is far away enough, yeah. It bounced really far, which actually works in my favor. Okay. Oh hey, both are in this area. Okay, but what if... What if the iridescent glint beetle is also here, and all 3 treasures are in the exact same spot? That would be very nice, given that we're actually pretty close to the landing site. Yeah, the glint beetle is gonna be the most... Oh, hey, speak of the devil. Guess who? Sometimes has things go her way. Not all the time, but sometimes. That was a little too close to comfort, I'm not gonna lie. What am I doing? The Bulbman's... Oh, the Bulbman's stuck. I have trust issues. I'm gonna leave that for a moment. I'm gonna leave Olimar by the exit, like so. Did I hear Dweevil? I could've sworn I heard a Dweevil sound, and that just freaked me out a little bit. Okay. Again, we only have a certain amount of Pikmin we can turn into purple Pikmin at the end of the cavern. We don't need any more Bulbman, basically. I'm gonna deliberately also stand here so it doesn't get any ideas. God damn it. Never a peace, never a moment of peace in this cavern. Okay. Again, all things considered, this has been a pretty nice, Cavern of Chaos, no, not Cavern of Chaos, that's later. This has been a pretty nice, Submerged Castle. Again, this one having, like, everything all clustered together. Not gonna lie, I saw the last 3 letters being tuna. I'm like... I thought I said Luna for a moment. It's like, why does that say Luna on it? Proton AA. We have time. I'm gonna look around a little bit. This is probably dumb, but again, if we have to make a quick getaway, we very easily can. So, that's why I'm not like too hard-pressed to leave. I'm just gonna drink this like this. I'm not gonna do the dupe glitch just because I don't want to get Olimar all the way over here. I don't want to have to maneuver around there. It's just slightly more pragmatic to do it that way. Again, having a running timer to actually tell you how long you've been on the floor would be very helpful. If you are nervous about the special thing happening. But hey, you know what that means? We got through the whole cavern without the special thing happening. Alright, so what does that mean? TLDR, the boss of this cavern can show up on any floor if you're on it for 5 minutes. It can only be hurt by purple Pikmin, because you only have blue Pikmin, you are SOL and just have to run. It is very aggressive and can kill Pikmin very easily, so that makes this one of the most notorious caverns in the series. But yeah, we kinda didn't have to worry about it too much. You could say you're on a roll, yeah. Oh, that is helpful. Okay, I wish I could have gotten a little more out of that. Only 1 is a bummer, but again, purple Pikmin are better for mid-heights. I am deliberately going to toss only Bulbman in, since we can't take them out of the cavern anyway. Also, Bulbman left behind in this cavern do not count against your Pikmin death total. Because obviously that would be very unfair if it did. I could have taken 90, and then just gotten 10. But again, there's a chance to find a white Cane Pop Bud, in which case, I mean, you might as well take that opportunity if you're given it. The sound was really lagging on that camera cut for some reason. Like, I heard the sound long after I'd finished adjusting the camera. I can really use another egg, actually. Because I don't have much to work with here. Alrighty, 10 purple Pikmin. Which is better than nothing. Again, if they gave you purple Pikmin earlier, you could fight the boss early, so it makes sense that they don't actually give you purple Pikmin until the end. But yeah, this over here is the Water Wraith, the boss of the cavern. Again, you can run into it early, and it is very scary if you do. But otherwise it's actually kind of a joke. It is like extremely vulnerable to purple Pikmin. So first of all, you have to break the rollers it's carrying around. Where? I got nervous. Oh no. I'm being just a little bit cautious. It's actually not that bad of a fight. I'm just being very, like, careful. Again, being a deathless run, I'm being more careful than I normally would. Hey, now it just kind of runs around. It poses no threat to us. We can also use other kinds of Pikmin to fight it now. And we can just run through our squad, but we have to hit it with one purple Pikmin first to make it vulnerable again. The song is so uncanny. Again, Pikmin kind of dips into like horror vibes sometimes. It's really interesting. Yeah, then any Pikmin can actually deal damage, which is nice. But again, not being able to fight it and it's just kind of roaming dungeons and just squashing Pikmin relentlessly, it makes this cavern very notorious. But when you know it's just on a timer and you just need to go fast, it's really not that bad. To be honest. Again, maybe I'm just used to this game. Again, maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe the game is actually just super rude and it's just I'm used to it. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Processing. How curious. The Wraith completely vanished. But what was it? But what was it? Surface objects in scans indicate the presence of a bright red component. It landed right next to our base too, so that's very convenient for us. Well, there's more nectar over there, so it's fine. We might grab that real quick. Probably there's like another egg here, but again, bad level layouts can happen. This is very garish. The professional noisemaker. How insulting. This object's coloring is more eye-catching than my own hull. I shall connect it to the alarm clock our esteemed president was so fond of. Processing complete. I've refitted both objects into a pluckophone. Now simply blowing your whistle will inspire Pikmin sprouts to pop up out of the ground. So all we have to do is whistle, and we don't have to pluck a single Pikmin now. And now we also have like 70-ish purple Pikmin, or I think close to 80. I know it's 70, so we are actually a little short from where I would like to be, unfortunately. Hey, you know what that means? We got through the Cabinet of Chaos. We only had issues on like one floor, basically. Which I will take. That is very fortunate. See, I think there are actually way worse caverns than Submerged Castle because of that. And with that, we are home free. GG. And also, speaking of home free, hey, we paid off the debt. Hell yeah. Yippee! But that means we have essentially finished the main story. So it'll be dropped out here and the day will automatically end, which is again why I didn't want to go over 10,000 Pokos earlier. So yeah, we have a lot of day left, but we're just immediately kicked out. A day 8 debt clear ain't bad. Mission complete, you've earned 10,000 Pokos, hell yeah. A lot of times I don't read FMV text because it scrolls so fast I usually can't keep up with it. So I just gotta let it go. Also, it's technically a cutscene. Anyway, there goes Olimar. And Louis, right? Nope, Olimar forgot something. Or someone, more specifically. I bet the bitrate on stream really loved that animation. So yeah, Louis like stuck on the planet still. Also, there's like a whole other area we have barely explored, so... Kinda obvious, but the game is not over yet. So this game does the usual thing that bothers people, where like it only credits the new staff, it doesn't credit the old staff. So it specifically cites Nintendo Europe Research and Development or Nerd, and then just has like a from the original staff, like a thank you, special thanks kind of thing. It's to keep the credits the same length as the original. Because like you then conversely have a Sonic Colors Ultimate issue where the credits are half an hour long. So again, I think it's just them trying to keep the credits short, and I feel like people don't care as much as they try to make it out to be. Like, people only started complaining about it with Metroid Prime Remastered because a developer commented on it. Like, Nintendo's been doing it for years, and no one noticed until then, or no one called it out until then. Because like, most Nintendo re-releases just credit the new staff and only have like a special thanks blurb for the original production. But yeah, that's technically the main story of Pikmin 2. Again, that's like the halfway point of the game. There's so much more left. So I'm gonna not go into like final thoughts too much. But yeah, I really do enjoy Pikmin 2. Again, I think it's a testament to how many times I've played this game that even like the really scary parts of the game, I'm like able to get through without too much resistance. But yeah, that was a lot of fun going through that part of the game, but the fun is just beginning because we have some of the hardest sections coming up. I don't know what to do next, if I want to keep going a little bit longer, if I should just stop here and save my voice a little bit. Anyway, and they also re-rendered a lot of the cutscenes too, which is nice. I want to say they like AI upscaled some of the cutscenes, but at least they did a decent job with it, unlike some remasters that just completely botched the visuals. You can see my stats on the practice run, they're the blue numbers. This is gonna be very boring, because I didn't lose Pikmin in either case. So the number will just be 0. I grew more Pikmin this time. Also, the numbers count from smallest to largest, which unfortunately means that the Pikmin grown records are going to be, like, horribly wrong. Also, that was a lot faster than my practice run, too. Damn, I did pretty good. The one problem was not having as many purple Pikmin because I didn't do another, Black Kingdom run. So I am short on that, but we should be able to make it up elsewhere. Resume the expedition, return to the planet, sure. So we still get to have 2 playable characters as the president decides to tag along. We also have the nice little meteor shower as per tradition when unlocking the final area from Pikmin 1. We all have like 4 minutes until ad break, so I'm just gonna goof around a little bit. So like, we do have the Piclopedia, you can see all the stats. You have notes for Olimar and Louis. I think this is a New Game Plus thing. because I don't think you have Louis notes traditionally until after getting 100%. Oh, I never fought the purple Dweevil or the blue Dweevil yet, so we'll have to keep that in mind if we want to actually complete the Picklepedia. I don't know what this is. Like what that spot is, number 56. If it's like a plant? Who knows? I guess we'll figure it out. In 65, this could be a problem if the plant in question is not in the rest of the game, so we might have botched 100%. A lot of these just involve like running into the plant in question, so again, I might look into that on my own time. So we have all our bosses so far. We are missing a boss. Why are we missing a boss? Oh, that must be, they must expect you... What is this order? Because it's like... First boss, Burrowing Snagger, that makes sense. But then you go beady Longlegs, so Citadel Spiders. Then... Oh, they expect you to do the Glenn's Kitchen and Snagger Hole later, I guess. And this must be the Valley of Repose boss we're missing. And then these three are probably the final area bosses. We're missing a couple Bulborb enemies. I genuinely don't know what some of these are, and it's like, oh, as many times as I played this game, why don't I know this? It's like, I feel like I should know this by now. Well, I guess we'll figure that out another time. And you also have the treasure log. Again, you don't have, like, sales pitches until you actually finish the set. Once you beat the game, essentially, see the credits, you can see how they group together, and basically, if you complete a set, you'll get a sales pitch unlocked. But Olimar also has very fun descriptions of everything. We're not going to take time to go through all this because this would take forever. But just wanted to quickly highlight that. The only problem is, do I keep streaming? Because I kind of want to go a little bit longer, but we're not going to hit a good stopping point for a while. So I might try to push forward another like half hour. Just to make a little progress in the Valley of Repose. Or maybe I should just stop here and rest for once, because I've been streaming for 3 hours. And we'll just do the Valley of Repose next time, and then probably start the Wistful Wild, and then finish it on the following stream. That might be a short stream if it actually goes well. If it doesn't go well, it'll be a very normal length stream. But then the caverns are pretty long here, so again, I actually don't know how I'm gonna do this. It's like if I should push a little bit longer to make sure we can finish it up soonish, but... We'll see, I guess, because I'm like trying to think and decide on the fly here what I should do, because it has been 3 hours. I should probably rest. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign out here, I think. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. This was a lot of fun, as always. Next stream will hopefully be Thursday. I might do a game clearing, or if I'm feeling inspired, I might continue Pikmin. I kind of want to just continue Pikmin, to be honest, because I feel like I'm on a roll with this game. And then next Monday for sure will be more Pikmin, probably. But again, I might try to mix it up on Thursday, come up with like a game clearing game or something. If you enjoyed this stream and want notifications of when I go live in the future, you can follow for notifications. I also have a YouTube channel for archive, or a YouTube channel for like edited down streams, and a VOD channel for full streams minus intermissions. I do have a Blue Sky where I post when I go live, and also just share a bunch of other stuff too when I can. And I have other ways to support the channel too, including a coffee account for a tip jar, and a throne, though I'm kind of debating not promoting it as much for like safety reasons, like not having my address in as many places online, but you can find it below the stream still. And also you can obviously subscribe for emotes and everything. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do a raid. Also, ads just started anyway, so trying to actually explain a raid is gonna be very difficult. But I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. If you can still hear this, or if you're watching the VOD, yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope everyone has a good rest of their evening and a good week, since this is the start of the week. And with that being said, hey, thank you all again, and I hope, I already said that part. Good night, everybody. Take care.